Willingness to serve is not going to be a problem for me, but being able to have the war chest, which is money, plenty of money. Nigeria's politics is money, very, very much capital oriented. I don't have that kind of money to throw away.
Let's start on your current feat. Being a judge on the World Best. Tell us about the journey. How's it been?
Oh my goodness. The journey started July last year. That was the first time they contacted me and asked if I was interested in being a part of the show. This was also through my manager. I have a manager in the UK, Teju. So she asked me and I'm like, okay, what's the show all about? So from July we started having conversations. They asked for my credentials, show that I had done. And then by the time I got there, it was that the credential was I had to have done something similar because I was coming on as a capacity, as someone who's an expert on a talent show. So thankfully I'd done Nigeria's Got Talent some years ago, so that put me in good stead to be able to be one of the experts. So getting the papers, necessary work visa, because it's not a visitor's visa. It was quite, I almost didn't make it for the trip because of visa issues and, scheduling, but it was a fantastic show, absolutely fantastic. It ended on March 13th, Wednesday, the season finale.
In Fourth Republic, that's one of the films you've acted in coming up. You gave a sterling performance. I've been privileged to see
the trailer. I hope so.
Some minutes.
Yeah.
And what was it like getting into character for you?
Another thing is, I believe why they chose me for that role because I had run for office in 2014. So the emotions that I had to portray playing that role were coming from a real place. It really helped me, and it was hard. We shot for I think almost a month in Abuja, and then I had to leave to do the world's best, so I couldn't complete some scenes. But they had some pickup shots without me, which was okay. It was really, really good working with Ishaya Bako. And Ben Piva and Linda, Aina, Uncle Bimbo. It was quite an experience because it portrays our political terrain, the way we do politics here in Nigeria, and it also speaks to a hope in the future that hopefully a woman one day will become a governor, not just a deputy, as is the norm.
I was going to ask you, you had tried running for office at some point.
Yes.
With this now and with what it would put out in the public for your fans and people out there, seeing you, would it more like reboost your willingness, to serve the people?
Willingness to serve is not going to be a problem for me, but being able to have the war chest, which is money, plenty of money. Nigeria's politics is money, very, very much capital oriented. I don't have that kind of money to throw away. I'm saying throw away because sometimes even when you spend that money, you're not guaranteed of a win because it's a vicious cycle. The people keep expecting money, you give them money, they vote for you. When you vote for the people, they go, the reps or whoever, the senators, or they go away for 4 years, they come back and throw more money at you, you receive it. Even though in this last political dispensation, there were a few surprises, which is very good. And I think the people their eyes are getting, open and they're getting wise to the political antics.
So, it now takes me back to your role again, Do Good. Your role in that sitcom was a role you played a decade back, if not more.
Yes.
And how were you able to get back into that same character? Like getting into it without losing touch of what you expected?
First and foremost, the character is from my state, so the accent wasn't hard. And also, this is a role that, like you said, I reprised before, so it was for me like going down memory lane. More so that we had almost the same characters, Basoja and I. We were the two, so it wasn't like I was getting to know anyone new. And it involved a lot of experienced actors. We had Uzo Simpa, we had Monica Friday, Rachel Anya, we had Yibo Coco, lots of interesting people. And I like the fact that this time it represented a cross-section of the nation, different cultures, very, very vibrant traditions, and the food, and the restaurant was a melting pot. So it was like we had transcended our roles before me being a house girl, him being a houseboy, we've now come into some money, so we're trying to move on with our lives and do better things. It was really, really fun.
Was it something you had like a contribution to before now, or you were just called up?
I was just called up when they were thinking of doing it. Yibo called me and said, okay, we're thinking of doing something called Do Good. It's like candlelight. So because of course they had to get permission from Zebejiro, who created the original characters, so that they could use those names, Emem and Do Good. So it was fun going back into that role.
Now, your fitness, fitness. I mean,
You
that sporty side of you wasn't out in the public, and
was it?
It wasn't until the fans got to know about it, and there was Instagram posts daily about your routine and all that, and it got people talking. To the extent you had a cassette,
a DVD. I released a DVD. I had a fitness event 2 years ago. Yes.
How's the journey been?
It's been fantastic. It's sort of reinvigorated me. To me, I don't even feel my age, and people, I get that compliment all the time. And then my quest and zeal for life is just, I don't know, I just take it with all that it comes. I try to not let things get me down, and I believe it's that place I am, as choosing fitness as a lifestyle. And I just want to encourage everyone. That's why I put up all those things, that it's not about age, but the later you leave it, the harder it will be, especially for women. That's why I try to encourage a lot of women, because women have children, women have stress, women have the home issues, they have work life, all of that, which I believe that fitness will take care of, because it puts your mind in that place where you believe that you can do anything, releases happy hormones, your heart is pumping, your skin is glowing. I mean, it's the cheapest thing out there. It's free.
For the DVD, I mean, I know you're trying to encourage others to come on board and all that, but for the fitness DVD as well as the event, was it worth it?
Definitely. I mean, you have to explore every avenue, every platform. So I'm thinking of doing something more with fitness, maybe not a DVD, but something to do with online, so that people can follow my workout routine, and also translate what was in the DVD to something that people can always go back. I mean, online is the way now, so have something that people will ask you questions, you answer, because I believe that it's an ongoing thing. Fitness is not about the 3-month body, the 6-month body, it's the forever body.
One of the things you look out for, in accepting roles is the script.
Yes, very important.
Then the next thing you ask, who are those acting in?
Absolutely. Before
Why
we
do you
talk
ask
money,
that question?
because it's not about money all the time. Because you can receive 10 million and you have a bad job out there. It's always, for me, about your work, the kind of work, the quality of work that you put out there. So will you be proud of that work? Will you be able to defend it when people start asking you questions? Oh, why did you take on this role? Why? I've come to that point where even as much as money is important and I have bills to pay, the storyline is very important to me. If I read a script and the director refuses to take my input, or the producer, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not sure this role fits me, So it's very important. I also need to know the people I'm working with, both the cast and the crew, to see that, there must be some kind of chemistry, so that also translates to when people are watching the movie. I don't want issues on set. I don't want to work with anybody that has an attitude. I want an easy life. So it's very important.
Okay, so what happens when you have to work with probably artists who are quite new and up and coming?
Oh, new is okay. I was new once, so I don't mind. I was new and I had a lot of help. My very first movie, When the Sun Sets, I had a lot of help. Kanayo, Bob Manuel, Imai Dokpai, the late Fumi Martins. So many lovely people helped me. So new is okay, as long as you're willing to learn and accept correction. It's fine.
So that brings me to the next question.
I will work with new people, as long as they're ready to take direction. I mean, if you're new, you should have an open mind and be willing to learn. And I'm sure some new people out there have their craft, at the tip. I mean, the first time I ever worked with Kewe in Do Good, Monica, excellent. First time I ever worked with Rachel, Anya, they had their lines. For me, it's very key. You have your line. Don't come on set and be wasting tape, taking one line 30 times. No, it's not acceptable to me. These people brought their A game, and what more example can I give?
What do you think would take over, or what do you think people should do to ensure that stage acting gets remunerated enough for the actors? What do you think? What would be your suggestions?
First is the investment in structure, which is more theaters. We need proper theaters. I mean, we have the National Theatre, but nothing seems to be going on there. I don't know if it's an issue of security. We also have terror culture, that's two, and that's about it. A hotel is not for theatre. It's not built for that, the sound. And also, as many shows as you do, if you're having like a month-long show, your money is going to be okay. But if you're having a show just once a month, once a week, it's not going to pay you. So in having shows, it has to be plenty. Like The Lion King has been showing in the UK for decades. And they have shows that span 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That's how you gather your money if you do plenty shows. Now, for you to be able to do that, you need the proper structure. You need the proper sponsors, so to speak, who will be able to bankroll it.
Now, you once said if you weren't into acting, you'd probably be an air hostess.
Yes!
What's the reason behind this?
Because I love people. I love serving people, helping people, smile. Coffee or tea? Are you comfortable? Why is he laughing? Are you comfortable? No, I just like, making people smile, making them happy, serving. I think it's fun because I love flying too. So maybe I should try it one day. I don't know who's going to hire me, but I would love to do it for a day.
So that was why the season brand caught your attention.
Oh, that was ages ago. I was the brand ambassador for like 8 years. That was a long time. Really long. Really long.
Now, I remember at some point you had some deals with KLM with...
Oh, yes. We had to run promotions for them. Kunle Afolayan, AY, one other lady from the north, and I think there's somebody else, I can't remember. There are routes that they were trying to push, traffic to. So they picked a few of us to go to these places and, put up the exciting things that go on there. And then also they ran a promo for it. So it was to encourage people, to try out these destinations as opposed to the normal route of UK, US all the time. Try other things, experience food, culture in other places.
At that point, did you try to shoot your shot, probably see if it could be...
You see, I didn't think about it. I wish I remembered. I would have liked to. I should approach somebody just for a day. You might see me on one flight one day. I'm like, see?
Finally, you said, you would like to be a production manager.
Yes, PM.
What do you have plans, already in place?
I'm thinking about it. If I see a chance, I might, just to see what goes into it, because I believe that particular role is a lot of work, because apart from being the producer, you have to make sure that you manage, that's production manager, you manage the expectations of the cast and the crew and the producer and the executive producer. You have a lot on your plate to make sure that the production runs smoothly. And I'm a very good organizer. I like everything to sort of be perfect. So I think it will be a chance for me to see if I can work under pressure. Because you have to deal with different temperaments, different egos, and make sure that everybody's bringing their A game so the production runs smoothly. So it'll be interesting.
Are you into books?
Oh, yes.
So what book are you reading?
I've finished one. Oh, God, what's the name? Children of Blood and Bone or something like that. I think so. Tommy something. I just finished it about 2 months ago. And then there's a new Jeffrey Archer one I want to read. Children of Bone and Blood. Very nice. It's fantasy. Very nice. Written by a Nigerian girl. She's in the US. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Finally, what are your plans for 2019 and beyond?
Take one day at a time. Life is short. If you make plans, people are making plans, they didn't see tomorrow. So I take one day at a time, knowing that everything will be fine, just fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.